So if you saw my last video, then you already know that last time we talked about protecting your hair and growing it better through the winter. But that video left some of you with questions. So this video is to address one of those questions dealing with split ends. Many people are wondering how they know if they have split ends. And of course, when you are wondering how to know if you have split ends, you're gonna have several different questions regarding that. Don't mind me, I'm making my morning coffee. So I decided to go ahead and let you guys know exactly how to identify if you have split ends. Number one, if you notice that your hair always seems to be dry, even after moisturizing or deep conditioning with moisture, especially on those ends, you probably have split ends. Number two, if your hair is curly or natural and you always have those balls on the ends of your hair, it's time to trim. You definitely have split ends. Number three, if you straighten your hair and it doesn't stay straight on those ends, there's a good chance that either they're severely dry or you have split ends. Number four, if you're finding that you are wearing your hair natural and it doesn't have definition on the ends, but it has it everywhere else, there's a good chance that those ends are split and that's causing you to lose definition. So notice how these curls are at the ends. If they were super frizzy but defined up here, that's a sign of split ends. What am I on, 5? I don't remember. Since I can't remember what number I'm on, we're switching to color. So purple, if you have curled your hair and it's naturally straight and it doesn't stay curled on those ends, there's a good chance that they are split as well. Orange, if you're noticing that your hair is constantly breaking off in little pieces, you definitely have split ends and the breakage is causing more. So we gotta treat that hair with a little bit more love, care, and respect. Green, you have to learn how to feel for dryness. A lot of people, especially with natural, mistake dryness for split ends. So instead of feeling for dryness by rubbing over the hair like this, if your hair is really tightly coiled, a lot of times your hair will feel dry to you because you're feeling for silkiness, not for actual moisture. You have to stretch the hair and feel a bit differently. I'll show you how. All right, so yellow, if you are feeling for split ends, you wanna stretch that hair out to where it is a bit more smooth and you're going to slide your fingers down the shaft of the hair. That way you can feel if that hair texture is changing or not. Let me see now. Look, this is how much I love y'all. I'm gonna be looking crazy all day now. When your hair is already stretched, you can feel the difference between where that hair is actually silky and where it begins to roughen up. And then you know, especially if you just deep condition with moisture, we need a bit more trimming and love on those ends. So teal, if you if you just went ahead and detangled your hair and you notice that it keeps tangling in the exact same spot, there's a high likelihood of split ends in that area. So I'll tell you now, you need a trim. Now, when it comes down to trimming, you have to make sure that it's done correctly. And I do recommend that you go to a professional, especially because if you're not using good quality shears, you're gonna just be causing more split ends. They need to be either heat tempered or ice tempered for hair. That means no, you cannot trim your hair with kitchen scissors and think that your hair is going to be all right. You also can't use craft scissors or your kid's safety scissors. None of it's safe. By the way, the color this time was blue. Now, if you're wondering about split end prevention, I would highly encourage you to watch my last video if you haven't already, but I do have a couple of extra tips for you. Let's dive right in. We got to go to a different room for that, y'all. What color are we on? Let's do black. So for this issue here, when we're dealing with split ends, a lot of it comes down to the way that you sleep. So let me pull this back. If you guys notice, these are satin covers here. I also keep a satin pillowcase on my pillow, but it's slid back because I hate making the bed. I'm not gonna make sure it's neat because ain't nobody got time for that. I'm just gonna get back in it. Red. The reason why we end up using satin is because, oh, this is a good lighting spot. The reason why we end up using satin is because when it comes down to it, satin is less absorbent. If you were to make a spill on the floor, would you use satin to clean it up? I would hope that the answer is no, because it's not gonna help actually clean the mess. It's just gonna push it around. It's much less absorbent than, say, cotton or wool or something like that. And wool especially is really rough, so we really don't want our hair regularly resting on like your couch or your couch pillows where the fabric is rough. You don't want your hair resting on cotton where it's going to be absorbing your moisture and stealing it. Remember last time we were talking about moisturizing quite a bit. If you're not properly caring for that hair after you moisturize, you're just robbing the moisture back out. You've got to make sure that you're putting that hair on satin or 100% silk. It will be much better. Your hair will retain more moisture. And honestly, if you can't keep stuff on your head like myself, then satin sheets would be the best bet for you. It's also great for your skin, especially in the wintertime. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I know satin sheets are cold, so don't come for me in the comments, but I will also advise you do not wear satin pajamas or silk pajamas. If you have satin sheets, you will slide out of the bed and break your neck. If you don't believe me, someone in the comment section will let you know, I'm sure. By the way, they do actually make satin crib sheets and twin size sheets that you can get on Amazon. I'll link them down below if you have issues with your little people, especially with infants' hair drying out in the back and breaking off. You're welcome. I have a whole separate video for that, but I'll probably update that as well. By the way, my coffee is amazing. If you guys have not tried the Cold Stone Creamer, it is amazing. So it just occurred to me that a lot of you may be wondering why it is that I tell you that I recommend you getting a professional to trim your hair. The reason why is because when it comes down to it, you cannot see the back of your head. You will have the most uneven haircut trying to do it yourself. And when it comes down to it, you're at risk of cutting yourself, especially if you're using professional shears. They are sharp and they will cut through your skin like butter. Let me tell you, I cut off half of this knuckle and I could see what I was doing as a professional. As a non-professional, I would highly recommend that you just take better care, that you don't do it. Let someone who's trained to do it, and take care of it. As I stated last time, dryness causes breakage, and breakage always leads to split ends. So make sure that you're taking care of that hair, that you're treating her or him with TLC every day, all day, because it needs it. And that hair is a lot more fragile than you think it is. So I apologize for multitasking while I'm talking to y'all, but I'm trying to fit in videos wherever I can and still make sure y'all get good information. As always, let me know what you think in the comment box down below. Until next time, you guys take care, God bless, and stay glam. Don't forget to check out these videos right here, wherever they're at, check them out. And until next time, you know I love you, boo. Bye.